Waiting for it. Red light, green light, ding, ding, ding. There we go. Hi, I'm Max Rants. I want to talk about the fact that freedom, as you would expect, is so limited to our own borders as to expose where it is not. What is life like behind the hockey puck wall? The 49th parallel, if you will. It's that line that divides the United States of America from the Dominion of Canada. Oh, that's right. It's called the Dominion of Canada. Always has been. They've never shucked it. Let's get into it, okay? Life up there is not quite what you would tolerate here in the United States. At least I hope not, because the litany of restrictions on life in Canada would oppress even Democrats in this country. The people in Canada, they're languishing under an oppressive government. Some might say a dictatorship under the guise of a democracy. Look at North Korea, for example. It's called the People's Republic of North Korea. The People's Republic, okay? China. The People's Republic of China. You ever notice how these two countries where freedom is at a real shortage, okay? Very short, very rare. They function under the pretense of being governments of the people. I know, that's sort of a pretense, and the word republic, it is used in so many countries like Iran, South Africa, Nigeria, Botswana, all these backward little hole-in-the-ground shithole countries. They love to say People's Republic. Well, the Dominion of Canada, that's the name of what we commonly refer to simply as Canada. And here is where the name Dominion comes into play, as the government dominates its citizens. And you see things like, try this one, loss of freedom of speech. I'm not in Canada, oh heavens no. Yeah, I'm afraid so, eh? Hey, so what about it? You want to tell me? Eh? The government censors internet, radio, television, coming anywhere from without the Dominion of Canada. A similar situation exists in the People's Republic of China and North Korea, where censorship is equal to that of their close friends in Canada. And I do mean cozy, close friends. Quite a comparison, but that's the way it is. I mean, hey, Canucks, hey, hoser, don't bitch at me because it's true, whether you want to admit it or not, hey? Okay, let's go to number 2. Loss of religious freedom. The government, Canadian government, the Dominion, has arrested over 34 pastors over the years, pastors and clergy to date, for quoting scripture or delivering sermons expressing beliefs that are counter to Ottawa's own. Again, a very similar situation exists here, yes. Where? Boom. Communist China, North Korea, Iran. In these countries, if you step out of the line, they'll put you in jail. Well, they've done it in Canada as well. They're doing it. Recently, a teacher got 4 years for failure to use the right pronouns with a sexually confused student. Well, screw that. Let's move on. Number three. Restriction of financial freedom. Hey, we're not restricted, are we? Hey, shut the hell up and listen. The Canadian government, the Dominion of Canada, has more than once frozen assets, money, and hundreds of means of living from Canadians who expressed their support, once of a nationwide trucker strike, and another time supporting, it was a dock workers argument. But here we have Prime Minister Trudeau. Remember Trudeau? He's the one who froze thousands of Canadians' bank accounts. They couldn't get money, they couldn't move money, they couldn't do anything. And it was only through the help of quiet, anonymous helpers, these people had food to live on, until Canada decided to open the gates and let him have the money again. You understand? Look toward this country as you would China and Korea, where expressing religious scripture or belief that has not passed censorship boards will get your young ass in jail. Take it to the bank. It's happened. It's happening. It will happen. How about this one? Number 4, yes, number 4, guilty until proven innocent. Now, wait. Hey, wait, isn't that innocent that proven guilty? No, my Canuck friend, you watch too much American TV. The government in Canada adopts a parliamentary posture which requires the accused to prove his or her innocence as to leaving the burden in the government's lap. In America, for example, the government must have a preponderance of evidence that offer significant, undeniable proof that you've committed a crime. In Canada, you better look around and hope you weren't sleeping alone at night when it happened, because you got to prove your innocence. You believe that shit? Countless men have gone to prison in Canada simply because they had no solid alibi, but the government had no hard evidence, not even an eyewitness testimony. How is this, you ask? How is this? Again, just look to our friends across the water, China and North Korea. You know, it's the same there, only the absence of malice, motive, or means still may not get you off the hook. Wait a minute. That's how it is in Canada. Okay? North of the 49th, we see a nation in financial distress, cozying up to communist China, looking for financial and what they call moral support. Plans to import thousands of Chinese soldiers failed to pass muster, but not by much. So now Canada, which has fallen so short of its recruitment drive for the military, they're looking at recruiting large numbers, thousands of Chinese inhabitants of Canada, CIC, people on a work permit, to fill the ranks of the military. Oh, shit! Why don't they just open recruiting offices in Beijing and Shanghai and get it over with? Summed up, life is not a bed of roses here in the United States of America, but it's a hell of a lot less thorny than it is north of the 49th parallel.